All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are going to dive into this some more today. We have new information here on the recall stuff that is happening with the Silverado, the 6.2s. We got some information there that we want to dive into. That one actually doesn't even need to be there. That was a different one, but this does. This does. This does. We got a whole bunch of stuff we're going to cover, so let's dive into it. First of all, I made a video a couple of days ago. This is my channel here, as you see it on here. Also, you'll notice, see how these say member only, member only, member only, member only, member only. It's because I've already made these videos and they've been out, look, 4 days, 1 day, 14 hours ago. These are ones that the members get to see ahead of time. You guys don't get to see till they publish sometime later on in the week. So that's what that members only does. But I put out this video right here, Catch 22 for Chevy 6.2 V8 owners. I put it out 2 days ago, basically. I don't even think it was quite 2 days, but I put that one out talking about you guys are kind of in trouble here. This is an ugly situation for everybody. What are you going to do? That's the video. I'll link it at the end of this. Then we put out today, 11 hours ago, this one, GM and Chevy. I said it's a Band-Aid fix is what they're doing with this oil stuff, okay? The thicker viscosity oil, the new oil filter. It's just a Band-Aid. And is it to push them out of warranty, to get them past where it's no longer a problem for some of these? GM made me eat my words. And I'm glad. I'm super happy. But I gotta kind of roll my attitude back here a little bit. I'll link this in there for you so that you can watch this video. But we also have to understand that this is a very fluid situation, okay? Just like the Toyota stuff was. Look at how many videos we all put out, ripping on Toyota for doing short blocks and how they're not taking care of their customers. And people were doing double in 2 or 3 short blocks and not getting them fixed because the dealers were screwing them up. And I mean, it's a fluid, ongoing movement. It always is. But you got to keep people up to date. You can't just wait till this stuff is all done and then figure it out. So we go with the information we got. Well, we have new information now that is very good information. I'm super excited about it. And also, somewhere on my channel, if you were to go back, I mean, there's a lot of videos here. It doesn't even say how many videos I have. 1,200 videos in 2 years, in less than 2 years. And I didn't even start pushing it till a year ago. Think about that. It's pretty crazy. But if you go back, you'll see videos that I was making last year and stuff that were talking about how great Chevy was with their customer service stuff. And they did a great job for people and took care of them. Well, this kind of hit on this and bothered me a little bit here with what we're seeing happening. However, GM is actually stepping up to the game. We have new information that came out today. Again, I posted this today. Been out hunting all day. I come back, and now I'm hearing this information, and I'm finding it. So let's look at it. We got some new info. First off, right here, it came from GM Authority. It came out at 3 o'clock this morning. Okay, so this is when they put this article out. Again, they're talking about the same thing. We know it's 600,000 vehicles involved. They're highlighting it, redoing it here, giving you some information. It's the L87 6.2. It's in the Silverado, the Tahoe, Suburban, Cadillac, Escalade, the GMC 1500, Yukon XL. Here it is. It's all listed here in total. They're saying across and globally, it's 721,000 vehicles. Just under 600,000 here for the U.S. is what we're anticipating. And it says right here, contamination leading to rod bearing damage, crankshafts that were improperly finished and otherwise out of spec. This is the problem. Here, ready though, there's some interesting stuff in this article. However, GM has now clarified that the new safety recall is unrelated to potential valve lifter failure. Okay, and people were wondering that. We were wondering that. It is not. For those who may have missed it, lifter issues have been reported across numerous V8-powered GM vehicles. Those issues are particularly prevalent in engines equipped with dynamic fuel management, DFM, including the 5.3 L84 and the 6.2 L87, as covered in countless owner forum posts as well as GM service bulletins. This is not that. Okay, this recall is not taking care of that. But hopefully, maybe if you have that issue and you have this issue, you might be in good shape because you might get a new motor out of it that solves all your problems. However, this issue is not part of that issue. They are two separate things. So just keep that in mind. And they are acknowledging that right here. Now, here's the new update stuff that we just figured out. We just found out. Says here, as the current L87 recall vehicles will be inspected to determine if they exhibit either of the known manufacturer defects, rod bearing damage, out of spec crankshaft, engines that pass inspection will undergo an oil and filter change using OW40 Mobile One Supercar oil, replacing the OW20 oil specified previously. A new oil filler cap will also be installed, as is an oil filter, as I told you. That's the part that I called a Band-Aid. That's when I was in this video and I was talking about that stuff on here, and I was saying it's a Band-Aid fix. This video right here, that's what I meant. Okay, this is bad. This is a Band-Aid to keep people on the road so they don't have to deal with it. I did say in the video, it might only be a Band-Aid so they don't overload the dealers who can't work on the engines. This way people can still continue to drive their cars. Could be that. Could be them trying to push it out of warranty. You know, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Well, now we know more. And it says it right in here. When we look at this, it says right here, to note, non-defective engines that pass inspection will also qualify for a 10-year, 150,000-mile extended warranty. Meanwhile, while engines equipped with a defective engine will receive a full engine replacement but not an extended warranty. Makes sense. But this is huge. This is huge right here. A 10-year, 150,000-mile extended warranty. That is incredible. That is straight up incredible. I mean, hats off to GM for that. That is incredible. So, again, we think of this as a Band-Aid fix, and maybe it is. Whether it's a Band-Aid fix to keep them from being overloading their dealerships by all these things coming in at once, if it's to stretch them out a little further, if it's whatever the case is, we now know it's not GM pushing them out of warranty. Like I thought could be the case. I eat my words. I was wrong. And it's good, and I'm super happy that I am wrong on it. I am so excited that GM is saying this. They're saying we're going to give you 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. So even if you're running the OW40 and the oil in there and you have a problem, you are covered. And if something goes wrong, we will replace that engine for you. If in the meantime, if your engine goes down and we put a new engine for you in it, your engine replacement is a brand new engine and you should have no problem. So therefore, you're not getting this extended warranty. But if you're one of the people that we told, yours seems okay, we're going to put this oil in it and push you along and hope you do better, they're also saying, but we have your back for 10 years or 150,000 miles. That's very impressive. That is very, very impressive. We like hearing this. So huge hats off to them for doing this. Now, there's more to this. There's a bigger factor in here, too. So I went on here and I'm reading the recall stuff. Okay, this is all recall information. You can go right to NHTSA. Okay, you can go on here, and when you click on recalls, you go there, and it's going to take you to here, and you're going to see when you click on that recall, okay, 3 of them, you click on the engine failure one, this drop down, right here, drop down, and it's going to give you 14 associated documents. I have been reading all these documents and paying attention to them daily because they matter to what this is about. This is where we get our information. The final one, the last one, it doesn't give the exact date, but it says May. We are only in May 4th right now, and it's a Sunday, so it's been through the weekend. So somewhere here, they just updated this, and here is that letter. And it's C release date, May 2025. Doesn't tell us the exact day they released it. It's just been very, very recently. All right, sponsoring this video, we have Last Fit, one of the best companies out there. We have the Last Fit air compressor right here. You guys have seen me do video reviews on it. I take this thing with me every place. It is absolutely incredible for cars, for bicycles, for all that kind of stuff. My Jeep has got a lot of Last Fit stuff on it. We have Last Fit fog lights right there that are absolutely incredible, those beams. We have Last Fit high visibility turn signals right in here that are incredible. We have Last Fit mats we just got done putting in Bella's new Sentra. We have them in our 4Runner as well too, but look at the coverage here. How about that for never having to vacuum your vehicle out again? Just dump your crap right out. Look at how great that is. And what if you got a kid in the back? Look at this car seat. Look at how nice this is. Again, never having to vacuum. Look at that coverage that we have in here. Absolutely incredible. And what about the trunk? Look at this. Again, never having to vacuum again. Just take this truck or the whole mat out and dump it off and get rid of all the stuff on there. Super simple and easy. So we use Last Fit for everything. I cannot say enough good things about the company, even in our truck. This bed mat, this custom fit, molded, super good, lipped, ribbed. This thing is incredible, and it is Last Fit liners for this entire thing here. Tough as nails, durable as it gets. Cannot say enough good things about Last Fit, and we appreciate them taking the time to sponsor this video and put their stuff out here and show us their amazing products. Their website and information running below for you, and it will also be in the video description as well. Check them out. You will be very happy with all the products they make. I am. Within the last couple of days. So, or a day, could even be today. anyway, they break it down, they go through it, but there are some key things in here that are worth noting. Here it is right here. If your engine is one that is bad, it is going to have these dates. They are giving specific to-the-minute build dates right here. Look upwards under the vehicle towards the rear left-hand cylinder head. Inspect the digits indicated on a sticker above to determine the build date of the engine. First two digits circled are the build year. Like that, you see 2024. And the next three digits are the build date, example 114 in this example. If the engines were built before 2024 on the 183rd day of the year, so there's 365 days, so halfway through the year basically. So it's going to be somewhere, I'm going to guess that's somewhere in June or July. Okay, whatever it is, 183 days in, whatever that is. Proceed to step 2. See this? Proceed to step 2. It says right there. We go if the engines were built after that date, no further action is required. It's a good engine. Okay, so you're good. But if it was built before that date, proceed to engine 2. Or step 2, these vehicles have been identified as requiring an engine replacement. Proceed to engine replacement as is. Now, here's where it's interesting. This I don't understand. So we have this article here saying that they're going to give, it's been noted that these engines that don't have a problem are going to pass inspection. They will qualify for a 10-year, 150,000 mile. So they pass inspection, they're giving them new oil. Here it's saying that if all you have to do, though, is look up at the engine, and if it's in these build dates, proceed to step 2. Step 2 says these vehicles have been identified as requiring an engine replacement. I don't understand that. So you got two contradicting points here. Okay, this one is saying in this article, or this service bulletin, the safety recall that was published just in the last 1 or 2 days, basically, or 3 days, is saying that if it is a build date here, proceed to step 2. If the engine was built after this, no action is required. So obviously this is not only for the engines that are bad, because if there was a bad engine after this, they say no action is required. So it's not only bad engines. They're saying just to inspect this, okay, use the investigation and check and see if they had an engine replacement already. If not, if it has not had an engine replacement, proceed to step 2. If it's already had an engine replacement, refer to lifting and jacking the vehicle. Look upwards and check and see if it's in this date. And you can see it on here. So this is interesting, but they're saying step 2. These vehicles have been identified as requiring an engine replacement. Very interesting. So we'll see. Again, fluid. Maybe there'll be some more detail on this. Maybe it means that they're just going to start replacing these things. We don't know yet. I could be reading it wrong, and this might just be for the ones that actually go down, and it's not worded very well. We don't know. Okay, we do know that as of right now, if yours isn't bad, you're getting $150,000 10-year warranty if you're in that build date. If it is bad, you're getting a new motor. Now, also in here, it does state in here too, right here, courtesy transportation. Courtesy transportation is available for customers whose vehicles are involved in a product program and still within the warranty coverage period. So if you are in warranty, you're getting a courtesy vehicle. Okay, you're going to get a courtesy vehicle, rental vehicle to be able to use. So that's a great thing right there. It says right here too. It says this because I cannot use my highlighter on this article for them, so they don't let me. But it does say in here, dealer's responsibility, steps to, but it says in here somewhere that they expect these things to be done within 60 days. Okay, that's what they're saying in here. Service all vehicles at no charge to customer, regardless of miles. Looking, sorry, I'm going as fast as I can. Dealer reports, this information is violates law. I did see it maybe right here. Yeah, right here. The U.S. National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act provides that each vehicle is subject to the recall of this type must be adequately repaired and within a reasonable time after the customer has tendered it for repair. A failure to repair within 60 days after tender of a vehicle is prima facie evidence, whatever, of failure to repair within a reasonable time. If the condition is not adequately repaired within a reasonable time, the customer may be entitled to an identical or reasonably equivalent vehicle at no charge or to a refund of the purchase price less reasonable allowance for depreciation. To avoid having to provide these burdensome remedies, every effort must be made to promptly schedule an appointment with each customer to repair their vehicle as soon as possible. In recall notification letters, customers are told how to contact the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration if the recalls are not completed within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, standard BS stuff, but it's nice to hear that. They're telling you right there. It's under dealer's responsibility for U.S. Okay, right there. You have to have these things done within 60 days, or these people are if not redone, the customer may be entitled to an identical or reasonably equivalent vehicle at no charge, or to refund a purchase price less reasonable allowance for depreciation. Very interesting information in here. So there you go. This is what we know so far. What I know so far is that I'm very proud of GM for stepping up to the plate right here. And look at how quick they're doing this. Okay, they're moving very fast. A lot of the comments on these videos that I put out, especially this Band-Aid one right here, in this video here, there was quite a few people in this thing that were saying, well, look at how good Toyota did. Look at how good Toyota did. Toyota sucked at the recall. It took them months. We were yelling at them in videos for straight up months about it. If I type this in right here and I go Tundra recall, Tundra recall, and just hit this on my channel. Look at them here. Look at. Recall plans now, wait time, silver lining, recall update today, Tundra owners. It just goes on and on there complaining about all the stuff we had to deal with, you guys had to deal with, and it was bad. It was nothing good came out of this. It was a bad thing to deal with. So knowing that and how they were with it, it was pretty bad. Looks like GM is doing a much better job of getting this solved quicker. And it looks like they're moving fast, and it looks like they're moving in the right direction, and it looks fluid. So we will see, and as we get new information, we will update you with everything we get at any given time. That's our job to do. But right now, what I'm hearing today makes me a heck of a lot more impressed with what's happening than I was in this video, or than I was in this video right here, where I was telling you guys, you're going to be in trouble. Based on what we saw happen with the Tundras, and how it hurt them and affected them, it's going to be the same for you guys. It's going to be miserable. That's what I was saying in this video down here. I will link both of these videos in this one for you so you can watch them. Looking good right now. Okay, it's starting to look good. So questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.